Hey everybody, it's Showstar and Crystal here for another review of Legends of Tomorrow. So, it's time for Blood Ties, which if you could actually say that's a double title. Because it connects to the blood stuff with Savage, but also Bloodlust.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, up until the ending, this episode basically is split into three main plots.
Yeah, we have Rip and Sara, we have Ray and Stein working on Kendra, and we have Jax, Snot, and Mick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kendra is still injured from last time, so we get we get to have this time, like I said last time, it's all about figuring out what combinations can we have. This time it's Ray and Stein, people you feel like need to have scenes together, and now they have. And apparently they've met before, but haven't met before. But yeah, like I said, they're characters that just fit so well having scenes together, obviously. And until season 2, it feels like this is the person Ray's going to get along with the most.
Yeah,
but
you'd think that because they're both scientists.
Yeah, so it was great to see them get along, and we get to have scenes of, Ray gets to miniature. This is also the smallest he's gone, because usually he's not actually that small. He's only like, I don't know, maybe the size of a battery or something.
Yeah, but this time he was small enough to go in through a syringe.
Yeah, he was nearly microscopic.
Punctured her skin to get through.
Yeah, he was nearly microscopic enough to go down. And yeah, he goes inside her.
He goes all magic school bus to destroy the pieces.
Yeah, whatever. He can't do it, then he can do it, then he... Yeah, so you know what? They just repeated the Flash thing.
Yeah. Oh no, I tried. I can't do it. Yeah, you can do it. I believe in you. You're amazing.
Oh, well, Stein's never gotten a chance to do that. Everyone's going to get a turn. You've got to have a turn doing the you can do it speech, and Stein got his turn. I just thought of that in a moment. I realised the Stein and Ray plot is basically a solve the plot with Barry. But hey, it's only a small portion. The episode's split into thirds.
Yeah.
The other third is with Jax, Snart, and Rory, which this episode, so now we get an episode focusing on Snart most of all. Rory and Jax are mostly just along for the ride, really.
Yeah. So,
we get to go back and see his childhood, which, we learned a little bit about how his home life was shit when we watched the episode on Flash.
And of course, because they like to put things in the previously, it was kind of hinted that something would happen to do with his past.
There was a lot of stuff in it previously from the other shows, because also the Sara stuff was from Sara.
Yeah, but yeah, they previously showed Snart's father just to tell us he's also a criminal.
Yeah, so we got to see his home life. Gets to have a confrontation with his dad. Snart also learns a lesson of time isn't so easy to change.
Yeah, time wants to happen, as Rip says. So he tried to change it. He gave his dad the emerald, but he got caught selling it and went to prison anyway.
It's also 2 episodes in a row where we've met somebody's younger self.
That's right. We had a little Snart. Also had his father, who I don't like that he doesn't look much like him that we saw in Flash.
To be fair, it's a 40-year gap, so it would have been really difficult to get that actor to play 40 years younger. That actor couldn't have played 40 years younger.
Yeah, but still...
Which, by the way, raises, when you first saw Snart, I wonder how old people thought he was. I don't know how old Wentworth Miller is, but you wouldn't have pegged him as being rough. Snart has to at least be roughly 45. Let's assume the kid is 5 or 6. That would make Snart roughly 5 or 6 if you place his... We're in 75, and he would be... And now it's 2016, so that'd put him as around rough 45 or 46 if that kid's about 5 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Which... Okay, I'm going to have to match this up later when we learn more about Rory, because apparently they went to juvie together, so that would put them as only a couple years apart at most.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, well, that's enough stuff. But hey, it was nice to see more about Snart's backstory. We got that in the Flash episode, and it's the subtle things, like this shot where they take a moment to linger as Snart walks through his house, and you get some shots of what his home life would be like. So,
we saw bottles of drink and stuff like that.
It's the subtle details, but it's a nice...
I mean, it was mentioned that his father did not actually hit his wife and kids until getting back from prison, but you can tell he still wasn't a good dad before that. Well, considering he planned to steal an emerald, but he
You could
also had drinks around the
Well, you could
house.
also tell it by young Snart. The fact is, that kid doesn't even flinch at the fact that his dad is holding a gun to a stranger. Granted, that's not an unreasonable thing. If a stranger burst into your house at nighttime, it wouldn't be that
Yeah, it's
unreasonable.
America. They have a gun.
True, so what do I know? But obviously, your favourite plotline is going to be the third plotline we're going to discuss.
Yes, because once again we see how amazing the costume people are.
I know.
Because
Rip
Sarah
does look
looked
so good
awesome.
in a suit, doesn't he?
Sarah looked better.
Wait till next episode. They're both going to look good. I remember what scenes in next episode, and they both get some good shots again. Boy, so yeah, you get some good... Sarah's a fan service, and so is Rip. Especially, if you don't believe me, wait till next episode.
Yeah. Well, Sarah's always got the best outfits.
While we're talking about the Rip and Sarah plot, I have to once again pay compliments to the fact that because we're time traveling, this show loves to use a lot of good music and montages, you know? Like when Sarah's fighting all the bank staff, or when they're walking into the bank.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
love
good.
that. You know, these shows love to use music. You can tell the Legends fans just love having their pop culture references or just giving you that feeling like, because we're in the 70s, we have to walk in like we're in this kind of 70s heist movie or something like that, you know?
And I always love how Sarah was such a good actor, and I don't just mean the actor, but how she pretended to be all drunk and looking for the bathroom and then just start beating the guys up when they had their guard down.
I like how this episode had a lot of characters referencing stuff we already knew. Like, Ray referenced his stuff with his wife and why he built the suit. Stuff we pretty much already knew. Snart had his backstory, and Sarah brought up the bloodlust.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is also the first time we've seen her bloodlust pet show up. Remember, she did still have it after she came out the Lazarus pit, because, like, in the 6th episode when they were going to get Ray... You know, she had bloodlust and Thea taught her, and that's why she wanted to go away, to calm herself down.
Yeah.
But yeah, although I do like the funny line where she tells Rip, if only there was a magical cure. And what was the last arrow?
Lotus.
The last Arrow episode we saw was the one where Thea was cured, so...
But then again, her bloodlust isn't to the point where Thea's was killing her.
Well, okay, to be fair... we don't know if she did or didn't kill people outside when she was off between Arrow and Legends. And we also don't know if she's, like, killed anyone maybe at the weapons fight or here when they were in the bank
True.
staff.
She might have been killing people. Like, at the bank, she could have killed everyone except that guy that they took.
Exactly. So we don't know. She could be keeping her bloodlust at bay by killing people. Whereas...
Yeah.
Also, she's been out of the pit in less time than Thea. I don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah, she's probably been killing people compared to Thea.
Yeah.
Plus, obviously, we get more backstory on Rip because Rip's had encounters with Savage and he gets to have an encounter, and now Savage knows what he's going to do in the future, so time is now kind of a circle.
Yeah. He probably only killed them because he knew he was supposed to or something, so... I don't know.
Yeah, all in all, I'd say the order in which we covered those plots is probably the order of worst to best of the 3 main plots. The Sarah plot and the Rip plot, both of those are good, and they were good to have them together. And it's great to see Sarah taking on a role, like when she said, right, we're not going alone and I'm going to be with you. You know, again, Sarah's always taking a step up.
Yeah.
Which, again, makes...
She's almost like a second in command of the team.
Again, it makes sense because, you know, this stuff she's done on Arrow and the amount of action she's had, she's the one who would be able to take charge. You wouldn't expect to see Ray or Jax take in charge.
No.
But, yeah, I didn't really care for the whole Jax and Stein plot. I mean, I liked them together, but it was a pretty standard, average plot. Snart had some nice backstory, but the Sarah and Rip plots, both of them were good for the Rip backstory and for Sarah's development as a character.
The most boring character in the episode was Jax. He basically did nothing.
True, we didn't get much of Jax. That's the thing with these episodes. Sometimes some characters will get put aside. Like, I mean, to be fair, Kendra was asleep for the vast majority of the episode.
Oh, yeah, her too. I forgot she was even there.
Yeah. But yeah, we get all that. But like I said, both Rip had a good plot with developing his backstory, because basically he's one character with no backstory. And obviously Sarah got to have some good emotional stuff.
Yeah, my only complaints about the episode are tiny nitpicks like, I hated when Kendra was, like, she was doing the chanting that they were doing, and then she said things like, oh, rip Sarah, they're in trouble, Grey Hill building.
I know, that was pretty arbitrary and forced.
I know, that was so forced. Like, couldn't she just...
I could accept her maybe saying Rip and Sarah, but that's about it.
Yeah, if she had just said that, then they could have asked Gideon, hey, where did Rip and Sarah go? And she would say. Like, I know at times she says she's not supposed to answer to anyone other than Rip, but when she hears that Rip's in danger, she'll probably give them the answer.
Yeah. Well,
and another little nitpick was that when they picked up Carter's body, he kind of moved. Like, that actor does not know how to play dead.
Yeah, so we got a scene where we had Carter's funeral, but that was about nothing, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can tell that the show did not do a good job at making us, the viewer, care about him as a character. So,
to be fair, he's only had 2 episodes in the crossover.
Yeah, if anybody got emotional at all at the funeral scene, it would be more so empathy for Kendra.
I'd be ridiculous to get emotional. I mean, to be fair, then again, what do I know? I'm the person who laughs when people get emotional for Barry's mother, so... Don't worry, if you think Legends won't make you emotional, just you wait.
Yeah, don't think that this guy has no emotions. He will get emotional, just not for the things not for the same things everyone else does.
Well, that's the thing though, I don't get emotional when characters are emotional. I get emotional if I'm attached. I have no attachment to Barry's mother, I have no attachment to Carter.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, it was a good Legends episode. It had a lot of good little plots. That's the thing about Legends is it's very rare that you just have a singular plot. You usually have 2, almost 3 plots going on. And it's just, okay, what characters can we put together and all that stuff.
Yeah, especially during season 1.
Yeah, we didn't really get a cliffhanger other than the fact that we're going to the 80s now. Because to be fair, we've been in 1975 for the past 3 episodes because they couldn't take off. But yeah. Anyway, what is the next episode called?
White Knights.
Well, before that, I'm thinking 8.
Yeah, I'll go 8. Like I said, I don't have a lot of complaints, so I can't put it too low.
Yeah, but it's Legends. It's always going to be... This is still pretty good high.
Yeah.
Not awful, not bad. Just some of the... Like I said, the Stein and Ray plot was just kind of average. Snart was all right. We had good stuff with Rip and Sarah.
Yeah.
White Knight. Well, you know what episode that is, I think.
I don't really remember.
Well, like you said, you remember them all once you see them.
Yeah, once I see it. I just don't remember what the name refers to or anything.
I can, because I can remember what they reference.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll see you next time for more Legends and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.